Today marks 1431st day. Share lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, and empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to make a little bit different lesson. And it's one word, four-letter word, but I truly believe that is such a powerful lesson because I neglected this word for a long, long time. This is a value, this is a verb, there is a noun. There's so many things coming just for one word. And what is that word? It's love. And I think that there's three types of love when I think about people. There's one is self-love, very important. Second is love of others, very important. And third is lack of love altogether. I think that when we look into people and look into visions people, and I think that you can right away think and say where they are in this. If a person doesn't have vision, okay, so lack of love. If you will love yourself, you understand that vision is important. If a person says that, oh, I want to achieve this big, and I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, I want to really, so that means self-love because they want to achieve something for themselves. And there is love of others. That means that visions is based on adding value, transforming other people's, making impact. Another person could be lack of love is people who really want to destroy other people. That could be a vision as well. The lack of love could be, but potentially could a person achieve massive success, but the lack of love doesn't allow them to set the vision. But it might be lack of love as well, showing that that person don't have love but have massive visions and pursue that vision, but the vision is to really hurt people, not add value to people, and that's again showing the lack of love. And I think that's when you think about those three types, there's self-love, love of others, and lack of love. Of course, I think that that's just easy to understand that the foundation of everything is self-love. But it's interesting point here right now because some people, including myself, always say, I want to add value, I want to add value, I want to really impact people and influence people. But what I learned this lesson from John C. Maxwell, leadership mentor, one of the best, if not the best, in leadership. And he said that you're not able to give what you do not have. You're not able to give what you do not have. That's such a powerful lesson. That means that when you think about self-love and love of others, that means if you want to add value to others, we need to really love ourselves first. So that is foundational part. Because if you do not love yourself, that means you do not receive wisdom, you do not receive nurture, great health, healthy body, and that is sabotaging you really adding value to others and loving others. And I think that that's what they needed to learn as well. Because I said I want you to lead by example, and that's again self-love. Lead by example. Lead by example is self-love to the highest example because you love yourself and you lead by example. You nurture yourself, and you said, I want to nurture myself, so I could help you to nurture yourself as well. And today I want to share a little bit about love because I think there are so many things that we can really consider about love. And there's a strong value, and I think that one big part is that I always have those three values, three most significant values, and I think that those three values, everything what they do is based on those three values, and those three values are health, family, and significance. Health, family, and significance. And when I think about those right now, I'm reflecting that health is self-love, family is love of others, significance is love of others. So that means that I always had this in mind to really making sure that self-love is taken care of. Because if you have self-love to nurture yourself, then health is a lot of things. Health is physical health, it is emotional health, it is mental health, and spiritual health. There's so many things in that health perspective, and energy, having energy as well, because the most important resource is energy. It doesn't matter how much time you have, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you don't have energy, you will not be able to achieve anything. You will not add value to anything. So I think that is very, very important to understand the foundational things. And when I think of now those values of health, family, and significance, now I really understand that my true value is love. Love of myself, love of others, and love of my close family, and love of others, like significance, and making that a huge impact in other people's lives. Because I truly believe that there's so many people who will live such an amazing, tremendous life. But because there is no one who stands up for them, they choose to live mediocre life, or they just do not know. They've never been exposed to different life. So my main thing that I really want to achieve in life is and add value. Just one of them. Of course, I will crystallize ideas and missions and visions that I have set for myself, but my love coming from really helping people to make that decision, to shift their life, to transform their lives, that they could not stay where they are. I have seen people losing their lives slowly because they're not making that choice, not making the decision. And I really want to really inspire people to make that shift, to make that hard decision and say, okay, like, what do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? Nothing. And I think that comes a lot of times from love. And I think that maybe if we know that self-love is foundation, maybe we need to really learn how to love ourselves. In the first step, maybe we can really understand ourselves, because it's very hard to love who you do not know. It's very hard to love that you do not know, that you never met before. When you go to blind date, I think that sometimes when you look into ourselves and look into the mirror and look into the person who you see in front of you, sometimes it seems like a blind date because you have no idea who you are in the mirror. What kind of values you have, what kind of weakness, what kind of strengths, what you care about, how you react to different things. And that's again, we need to really prototype our lives and really test it out and really explore and put ourselves in positions that really stretches us, like stresses us out. When we get excited, nervous, how we deal with them and how we perform, how we grow. All those things is very important because that will increase our. And again, this is one thing, is that sometimes we really pursue big challenges and you fail, and you might love yourself more because you did it anyway. There's so many thousands, millions, 90% of people not even try, but you are one of those 10% who tried. Maybe you failed, but you learned, you get better. That means that taking action and failing, that could lead to more self-love rather than lack of self-love, because I think that is again choice. And I think that is again love is a freedom of choice. And today I will share a couple of things that I have on my list to really mention about love, that I truly believe that is very, very important to really understand and know. And love is presence. Love is presence. I think that's one of the beautiful things, is that if you truly, truly love yourself and others, we need to really learn how to be present. And true love supposed to be always based on presence. For example, when a parent spends time with their kids, could be body could be with their kids, but the mind could be wandering 1,000 miles away. Is this love? Not giving quality time. Have, and I think that that's we really need to understand that if you really want to not just say that now that I love you, but I think that sometimes we need to really love with our actions. And our actions is being able to be present at the moment directly. And even like with the friends, like going into a coffee shop and spending time with them, really leaving the phone away. I think that's again a sign of love. And I think that one big thing that I remember right now, and I truly think that is very, very important to really mention, is that invisible love that most people have no idea what it is. And I think that sometimes we're able to notice it when you understand where that invisible love is. But when you're really sharing a sandwich with your loved one, with your kid, with your friend, and you cut that sandwich in a half, and you see that there's other half, there's a little bit, couple more pieces of beautiful or delicious food. There's a little bit bigger, a little bit better piece. Who do you give that piece to? Do you give to yourself, or do you give to that person that you love? That other person might not even notice it. But as again, this is how you show that you love that other person so much that you're willing to really do invisible things to really add value to the person. And it's so beautiful when you're able to really compound those things, compound those small actions. And I think that this giving is very important to understand where it's coming from. Because love is abundant. Love is abundant, and that's where that intention is supposed to come from. Giving from abundance. Because I think sometimes we can call love and giving from fear of rejection. I give you my time, I give you something because I don't want to be rejected. I don't want your argument. I don't want something. I think that is not the best way to really show love. But when you say that I have abundance of love, and I will want to give you that. I want to give you that to you. That's such a so much more powerful way of looking at it. Number two that I just wrote is love as expansion. Love expands. I really love that the lesson that I was listening by Pastor Urban Raphael McManus, and he was sharing that when he had a wife and he was scared to have a child because he didn't know how he will need to split his love. And what he shares was profound. He says that when there was a baby born, he understood that he was able to expand that love. So just multiplied. And his beautiful thing is that he had a second child. He thought like we need to split now. That's all. I said no. Like you just love expands, and the more you have people to love, the more love you have. And that's a beautiful thing about love. Love as a holiness. So that means love is always whole, and I think you're supposed to seek love from completeness, not from lack. Because sometimes we are saying, I want to love other person that they complete me. No, like we always whole, we always complete. And I think that sometimes we don't think that we are complete because we just do not have that self-love yet. And that's if we don't have that foundation yet. And that's very hard to love others and allow other people to love us because we just don't have that foundation piece. And that's why sometimes we need to go to dates with ourselves. I think it's such a powerful thing. When last time you went to a date with yourself? Such a powerful thing. I think it's very, very important to do that. Number four, love as a service. And this is probably one of the most important things as well, that we understand that we need to give service to ourselves and give service to others. And I think this is the essence. Genuine service. And I think that we're supposed to not seek service back, because I truly believe in unconditional love. Unconditional love is like most likely parents have that unconditional love. Kids cannot do anything. They still will have that, receive that love. And I think that we need to learn how to give unconditional love to our friends, how to give unconditional to our significant other. Every single person deserves unconditional love. Because I think that when you oppose conditions, other person doesn't feel right. It's like, okay, so if I will do this and now you don't love me. Now I understand there's some boundaries, some non-negotiables, but unless it's harmful for you, I think there's conditions are the bad thing. So it means unconditional love. I give you unconditional love, just non-negotiables that it doesn't hurt me at the back end. The last thing that I want to mention is love as a vision. And I think that love could be the one that really inspires people, elevates people, transforms people. And I already shared a little bit that there could be three types of love. Could be love that sets vision from self, that I want to achieve for myself. Love vision could be for others, make an impact. Love vision when you lack of love and you really want to just to destroy other people. That's true. And I think that this again, that lack of love, where you literally want to destroy other people, I think that the most important part is that coming from that there's a missing piece in love. That means that self-love. There's no self-love, and that self-love was misguided for some reason, and now they direct that love to the wrong direction. I think that every single person, I truly believe it, yeah, and I probably believe till the end of my life that every single baby was born with the light in their heart. I truly believe it. I truly believe that every single person was brought on this earth with a light in their heart. Now, what happens to that light in the heart? So a lot of times it's taken away. No, it's not taken away, but it's covered. It's covered with dirt and dirt and dirt and dirt. And that's why a lot of times people forget that they had that light in the first place. And sometimes that the dirt is have put on them so much and so early at such a young age that they never seen a better version of themselves. I think that people who have grown till 70, they experienced a better version of themselves in a good light, good character. They remember, oh, I was that kind of person, and it's much easier to take away the mask. I think that's why so many people who just never had the ability to experience a better version of themselves, and they do not know that the way that they operate right now, the negativity that they operate on, is their true mask, but they got comfortable with that mask so much that for them it's very, very, very hard. Truly, it's very hard for them to realize that that the negativity is a mask. Negativity is just the hiding the true light that is in heart. I truly believe it's possible to find the light in there, but I know that it's very hard. But one thing that I really want to finish is that I know that I'm not here to judge anyone. I know that something is not easy, but one thing that I'm learning and I'm becoming more aware is judgments. Judgments. I think that that's so easy to judge, so easy to judge. I think that when we start having that conversation about self-love, love of others, love of understanding, love of wisdom, because those are our loves as well. I think that it's much easier to really listen to other person and we really have that deep connection with other person. So how would you just reflect on what love means to you? And I think that this is when you become more aware, you're able to really start to build and expand that love. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.